UK activists raise the alarm on extremist Muslim charities. The National Secular Society, joining forces with other organizations, has urgently called for the Charity Commission to investigate 8 Islamic charities accused of delivering sermons that promote extremist content. These sermons, made in the wake of an attack by Hamas on Israel, have allegedly included starkly anti Semitic messages with calls for the destruction of Israel and prayers for the defeat of the quote unquote usurping Jews. One of their sermons, for example, included a preacher's wish for Allah to quote scatter them and rip their groups apart, destroy their houses and homes. Another invoked an Islamic prophecy about trees and stones guiding Muslims to Jews to kill them. That's becoming very common nowadays. These inflammatory messages have been linked to a recent surge in hate crimes, highlighting the potential impact of such rhetoric on community tensions. Megan Manson of the National Secular Society stressed the seriousness of the issue, stating, quote, "The hateful rhetoric turned out by these charities is fanning the flames of division that we most need to promote cohesion and tolerance." This move challenges the appropriateness of the so called advancement of religion as a charitable purpose, especially when it potentially fuels extremism and societal discord. So, I was very happy to see this because basically a number of UK charities, and I believe Richard Dawkins actually was a signatory to this letter to the Charity Commission, are raising the alarm on a lot of charities that are Islamic, and they are charities under the provision that says that they are non-taxable because they are for the advancement of religion. And the problem is that, this provision under advancement of religion actually does have certain, criteria for it, meaning that the charities must ensure that they do not promote unlawful guidance, hatred, or glorify terrorism. So, basically, the people raising the alarm in these are saying that they're violating their the criteria of their charitable purpose, essentially, by spouting off hateful rhetoric and promoting extremism pretty explicitly. For example, here are some examples. Um, the Abdullah Quilliam Society, in a video on the charity's Facebook page on the Israel Hamas war, Harun Hanif called the BBC coverage of the conflict complete lies and said no British army can overpower you. He said Muslims should continue waging your war for Allah and his messenger, and added, "We are large in numbers right now, 2 billion. If the 2 billion just marched on Israel, it's all over. If they spat in the direction of Israel, it's all over." Do you think that that is for the advancement of religion as a charity, Armin?
Mm. I mean, it is giving what Islam teaches. So, but we don't like the advancement of a religion. I've heard that a lot. A lot of people say like if all Muslims just spat on Israel, it will be so much spit that it will just drown them. Like I don't know why you keep saying that. And a lot of people say like if every Muslim takes a bucket and of water, that would be enough water to drown all of Israel. Like what is why are they why am I keep hearing this analogy? I mean, this is a way to try to say that we are many. Like oh, if we just had each one of us just had a little bit of water, it would just drown the entirety of Israel. Like, okay, you go do that. I mean,
You know,
that's
something
ridiculous.
tells me that if, the Israeli security apparatus has the Iron Dome, they could probably get a few umbrellas to the Jewish people.
No, that would be so
Um,
much spit. It would be a tsunami. The umbrella is not going to do it. But
yeah.
yeah, this is something I hear so many times as a way for Muslims to say that how easy it is for us. If we unite, we'll just be able to just take over Israel.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Um, Here's another example. The Feltham Hira Association. In a video with the logo of the Hijra Center, a mosque run by the charity showed a preacher praying with his congregation to become, quote, conquerors, not as subjects, calling for Israel to be destroyed. The Green Lane Masjid and Community Center, which we covered on this channel because their extremist teachings about, I believe it was the stoning of women. Um, and they also received a $2.2 million grant by the government. A sermon bearing the mosque's logo called for the congregation to pray to Allah to destroy the oppressors. In August, the National Secular Society wrote to the Department of Culture, Media, and Sport expressing concern over their award of £2.2 million to the mosque, despite a history of anti Semitism, homophobia, and misogyny. Um, Another example, Mohammadi Trust in Birmingham. This charity runs the Mohammadi Masjid. A video with the mosque's logo shared on social media features a sermon of an Islamic prophecy that during a war between Jews and Muslims, the trees and stones will say, oh Muslim, a Jew is behind me, come and kill him." Just over and over and over and over again. I'm starting to see some patterns.
Yeah.
So thank you to the other secular-minded organizations in the UK that are raising the alarm and talking to the authorities, bringing it to their attention, the kind of messages that are being promoted in these religious spaces. This is not the work of charity. This violates the laws of the charities in the UK. So, and this actually raised an interesting question for me, and I started to do some research about in the United States if there are preachers that are explicitly promoting extremism from their pulpit as part of their religious practice. What is the law legally allowed to do in such a situation? Because especially in the States, since we have such strong First Amendment protections, it's a very difficult question, but it's very interesting. And important to understand.
Yeah. All right, we got a super chat and a start
Ooh,
comment, so let's get to that and go to the next.
okay. Super chat. All colors is saying, "Hail Satan and hail death metal. Hail Satan. Hail yourself." We
Thank you.
love to see it.
Wait. Yes.
I really like this comment.
What
Chaos and fun.
are these supposed to be horns? Right.
It's devil horns.
Yeah. Okay.
Rock on. Um, and then this is Texas Longhorns. So this is Texas. This is Satan. Okay. How much do you spread out your fingers? Anyways. Chaos Infernoid is saying, "I'm not an atheist or a liberalist." Never heard that one before. This channel is quite interesting, though. I also like that you guys critique both sides. Well, thank you, Chaos. I really appreciate that. This is what we aspire to. And Vishwa
I'm gonna
coming
another
back.
super chat.
Yes, thank you, Vishwa. Saying, about your previous comment, but I think donate, it's only possible through PayPal. It's difficult for many Indians to pay through PayPal.
No, the donate button next to our YouTube channels, that's not through PayPal. That's through YouTube's own thing. I think so. I don't know.
No,
Yeah.
he's talking
That's
about our other donation methods. Our other
okay.
donation methods are mostly through PayPal, but you are right. On our other videos where we have the fundraiser button, or after this stream, when this is finished and Armin will turn on the donate button, that should not be through PayPal, and
Yes.
that should be through Google's payment services. So that should be available to you.
We should we
There's
should
a lot
make
of restrictions.
another we should also make another Venmo donation option. A lot of people prefer that over PayPal, so we should make that as well.
I've tried. It's a long story. There's some technical back end
Oh,
issues. But I
yeah.
have tried to do
Okay.
that because that's my job.
So
Not
well
for lack
then
of trying.
if you go to pick the donation option on our YouTube channels, that is not through PayPal. That's just through YouTube. Yeah, I think it's through Google Wallet or something. But anyways, thank you for trying to find ways to help us. Which actually brings us very nicely to
Actually, yeah,
a
perfect
good
segue.
segue. Perfect segue to our last item. Can we clap? Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Next news.
Next news. Okay, you guys. Now, for those who are not familiar and you're not from the US, you should know better because everything revolves around America. And here's the deal. So, it's a tradition that started several years ago that after Thanksgiving, again, America centric, let's just go for it. There are several important key holidays. Okay, we got Black Friday. You get all your best deals. We got Cyber Monday. Okay, that means all the best deals again, this time online. Okay, but after all these days of buying, consumerism, and preparing for the winter holidays, Christmas, Hanukkah, etc., etc., there is another important day that follows these days, and that is Giving Tuesday. So, Giving Tuesday is 2 days from now. It's this Tuesday, November 28th. And can you please bring it forward? We are running our own Giving Tuesday campaign. And this is really important because this is a way for you to support us in our end of year fundraising so that we can basically meet our target for our annual budget and continue our programming, make sure that we are strong and stabilized as an organization, can fulfill our needs, and fulfill, so many administrative things that we have to do as an organization, do our reporting to the government, pay our staff, increase our services, and grow our resources. And this year, the theme of our Giving Tuesday campaign is about the people that we support in our community that live in places and live in societies and cultures, or maybe their family where they don't have any support. And I think that's really important. And I think that's one of the things that makes me want to continue our work as much as possible, because I think about all the different people that have come through our community and they talk about how they didn't have anyone, how Atheist Republic literally saved their life because of how isolated and the rejection they faced and the psychological distress that they faced, and how our community was there for them when no one else was and provided them a sense of belonging and a sense of purpose that helped them keep going. And so when you give to Atheist Republic, you're actually giving to those people that come here, that come to our community to feel like they belong, to feel like they're not invisible, to feel like they are not a freak because they think differently, because they want different things, because they want freedom. And I think that's really important because that's that feeling of belongingness can't be replaced. We can try to pretend as much as we want that we're totally fine being alone, but it's really, really difficult. And we are here to help people in those circumstances. And so if you are, in the position to donate to us, um, this Giving Tuesday, please consider donating to our campaign to help us continue our work, to help us provide a community to isolated atheists, because it does literally save lives and it makes a huge difference to people in very difficult situations. Um, and yeah, that's my spiel about Giving Tuesday this year and why it's important to us as an organization. Not only for us to help us, grow our resources, because I have a lot of plans for us, and ultimately it's to have a bigger and wider impact on our community that come here to find a place to belong.
I just want to also thank you, Susanna, for all of the things that you said Atheist Republic does. We are doing it a lot better because of you being here on Atheist Republic. Like, I just want people to understand that we do all of that because of our team, and a lot of it also is because of Susanna. So thank you so much, Susanna, for making us
Oh,
get to a
thank
place where we
you.
can do all of that. Yeah.
Yes.
I put the link. I put the link in the live chat, but also in the description, there's a link to this fundraiser on PayPal. Yeah. But you
Yes.
were going to say something. I interrupted you.
Oh, nothing. I put a lot of work into this Giving Tuesday campaign this year. After Giving Tuesday, we're going to have a lot more end of year fundraising stuff that's coming down the pipeline. Um, and it's, it's a lot of hard work for me. But what makes it worthwhile is the impact I see that it has on a lot of people that I care about. So that that pushes me forward and that makes it, meaningful to me, and, so if what we do is meaningful to you, if you come here and you get value out of what we do, if you come here and you're entertained and you learn something,
Oh.
now is the perfect time of year to show what it means to you. Yeah.
Mm. Oh, we actually okay. So first of all, pragmatic Crystal is saying thank you for your time and effort, Atheist Republic. It matters. It makes a difference. Well, thank you so much, pragmatic Crystal. I appreciate that. Also, Nasrin just gave us a super chat to say I have just donated from the previous show. Okay, let me see. Look
خیلی
at this.
ممنون.
Thank you, Nasreen. Look, we just got more. Like, oh, again to one more donor. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for donating,
Thank
and thank
you.
you, Nasreen. And Zayd is saying thank you so much, guys. Thank you as well, Zayd. Appreciate that. We have a really good community. We have people who support us a lot. So even though we're not that big of a channel, we have a community that really cares and supports us all the time. So that's very
Well,
something
because
to
also
celebrate.
we're so much more than this channel, right? Like, we have our
Yes.
Persian channel, which is huge, which is so active. We have our community on Facebook and, like, Discord, all over the place. We're huge. And, we just come here to share our thoughts and be more in person, I guess.
Mhm. Oh, we got another super chat. So let's do that one.
So, it's just
Thank
again with the F1. I don't know, I find it such a European thing to be into F1. It's really not that big of a deal here in America. So GJ is saying, "I just finished a chi chipotlata pudding." Okay, sounds good. With chocolate sprinkles, of course, because
you.
Dutchman Max Verstappen finished an indescribable 2023 Formula 1 season. I already idolized him, but now he equals a god.
That's, I'm not
And
into that,
GJ is
but
saying,
that's pretty
"I am a
perfect.
European." Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Oh god.
You Euros come here and talk about stuff I don't know about. No, I'm
All right. We need to finish this before we get to hit the 2 hour mark because we're trying to keep our shows under
Yes.
2 hours, right? All right, guys. Thank you. Don't forget to like the stream, guys. If you are not supporting us financially, that's okay. Only people who are feeling financially secure should support us financially. But there is a zero. I'm telling you, zero excuse for you not liking the stream. You could support us with with liking. It doesn't cost you a single cent, and it helps us grow the channel. If you want to support us even more without financially supporting us, you could leave a comment under the video once the stream is over. Just leave a comment. And if you really, really want to go out of your way and like, okay, I love these guys, I'm not going to spend any money on them supporting them, but I really want to support them non-financially, then you could recommend the channel. You could go around and tell people to come and subscribe to Atheist Republic YouTube channel. But again, there's a limitation on that. Don't do that if it's not safe. Don't do that. Don't recommend us if it's not safe for you. But others, you could also, that's another way for you to support us. Okay, all of that helps a lot. Do you know who makes the most amazing, gorgeous, and other adjectives that I can't use here on YouTube, blasphemous art ever? We do. And for some reason, we are giving it away for free. Download them now using the link in the description before we change our mind.